The FAA issued emergency alerts after staffing shortages caused delays and cancellations at airports. Now, so far today, there have been 839 delays, 50 cancellations. That's within, into, or out of the United States, and that number keeps rising. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy joining me now. Mr. Secretary, is there any way to get the air traffic controllers paid during the shutdown?
Listen, it's challenging, Stuart. Again, with a shutdown like this, they're going to get paid once the government opens back up. But during the shutdown, they don't get paid. And I mean, I think what's happening here, 90% of the controllers, they show up, they come to work, but 10% of them are lashing out. They're lashing out at Chuck Schumer. They're frustrated that Chuck Schumer is putting illegal immigrants in their health care over their paychecks, putting illegals over Americans. And they're like, you know what? We're going to call in sick today. I don't like it. They all have to come to work. They all should come to work. But this is a lash out at Democrats for, again, putting non-Americans ahead of American hardworking citizens.
Mr. Secretary, just to confirm, you have seen a noticeable rise in air traffic controllers calling in sick. That's accurate?
100%. So the average was 5% of delays in the national system was from controller staffing shortages in the past. Okay. At this time, it's 53%. So a massive rise in the delays are coming from controllers who aren't coming to work. It's a problem. They do have to go to work. But Stuart, let's take a step back. Let's go down memory lane. When I was in Congress, we had a shutdown because Republicans wanted to build a wall and keep illegals out of the country. Democrats wouldn't fund that wall, and the government shut down. And all these illegals came in, 10 million, whether it's 12 million, 15 million. And now that they're here, Democrats have shut down the government to make sure that American taxpayers pay for their health care. It makes completely no sense why they're doing this, and again, holding the American people hostage.
A lot of people are worried about flying during this shutdown. Are they safe?
No, I think it's a really good question. Thank you for it. No, they are safe. And the reason you see the delays that we're talking about at the start of your show is because we will slow down traffic. We will stop traffic if we can't control the airspace safely, because that's the number one mission. Flying on time is not the mission. Safety is the mission. And so, again, if you see delays, it's because we don't feel like we can navigate as many planes as are coming in or are departing with the number of controllers that we have. So it slows down and you have delays. So no, it is safe. And that's our top priority.
In previous shutdowns, or at least certainly one previous shutdown, the shutdown ended because of problems at the airport with traffic delays. And if these delays and cancellations rise, that's going to put even more pressure to get this thing settled and get the shutdown over with. That's what's happening here, isn't it? No. There's enormous pressure.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. There's pressure, and you played the fight in Congress. The fight really isn't in the House, right? Republicans passed a bill in the House. Democrats joined them. It was bipartisan. They sent it over to the Senate. Now the Senate took the bill up to pass a clean continuing resolution to fund the government the way we were funded before October 1st. And Democrats and Republicans voted for that bill. The problem is you need 60 votes to pass a bill in the Senate. So Democrats have the ability to vote no and shut the government down, which is exactly what happened. And so I do think, yes, pressure is going to rise, but pressure is going to fall on Democrats. How long are they going to hold out before they say, you know what, enough is enough. We will put American citizens and our government ahead of our interests of illegal folks who have come into the country and their health care needs.
Are you going to pay air traffic controllers who call in sick during the shutdown?
Listen, no, we're not. But what we are going to do is pay those controllers once the government opens back up for the time that they put in.
And
they need to be compensated.
They'll all get paid,
for the work
even if 10% of them or whatever called in sick, didn't go to work.
Listen, you get paid per your contract, right? When you come to work, you get paid. If you don't come to work, you don't get paid. And so that's the way we're gonna do it. But listen, Stuart, we're also looking at if we have a continual small subset of controllers that don't show up to work, and they're the problem children. Listen, we need more controllers, but we need the best and the brightest, the dedicated controllers. And if we have some on our staff that aren't dedicated, like we need, we're gonna let them go. Again, I can't have people not showing up for work. And I want to be clear, 95% of them are amazing, beautiful, wonderful American patriots that show up to work every day. Even though they may not get that paycheck on time, they show up. It's a small fraction of people who don't come to work that can create this massive disruption, and that's what you're seeing rippling through our skies today.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, thank you very much for being with us today. We always appreciate it. Thank you, sir.